Hello, I'm Archibald Chesterfield III. Welcome to the ArchieLuxury channel, and I've come back from Bangkok. I had the finest, the best 5 days of my life. I had a whale of a time, And I gotta tell you something, fuckers, the main reason I went to Bangkok was for a fantastic whiskey and watches function. That's right, whiskey and watches. And I gotta tell you the honest, absolute truth there, fuckers. I actually did something a little bit wrong there. Don't tell that poor Pluto guy about this, but I went there on the ArchieLuxury channel dime, and I was supposed to cover the whiskey and watches event. And this was hosted at Roger's apartment. And what fucking happened is that each guy brought a bottle of whiskey. And I brought a bottle of Ardbeg, which actually my mate Andy that was his contribution. But I got a duty free for him, and it was a litre bottle. So what happened is that one of the guys brought one of my favourite drops, Glenfarclas 40. Everyone had a bit of a sip, and then I suddenly honed in. I honed in on this 40-year-old Scotch, and I gotta tell you something. I actually drank half the bottle. This is a $2,000 bottle of Scotch. I drank half the bottle, and I gotta be completely truthful and honest with you. I sort of passed out in the apartment, and where they woke me up, and all I remember was getting put into a taxi on my way home. So, oh my God, what do I do? Anyhow, fuckers, what happened is one of the guys at the party who wants a bit of an Instagram plug, I'll give him a plug, he very kindly sent me the pictures so I'm able to run this story, because otherwise, I would be sacked. Poor Pluto would sack old Archie. That's right. He's a fucking nasty fucker. So let's run the credits and let's take a look, fuckers. The Bangkok Watches and Whiskey event. This was a fantastic showcase of some of the greatest watches you'll ever see. And I was very, very lucky to be invited to Whiskey and Watches Bangkok. This is the 17th of May. And this was just a fantastic occasion for collectors to get together. Invitation only. This is an exclusive club. So this is world-class collectors. They need to bring an expensive bottle of whiskey, preferably single malt. And they need to have a love and an understanding of luxury timepieces. Now, these are some of the finest you'll ever see. There's some trays that are assembled here. Mouth-watering. Gold Rolexes, my God. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Thinking about 20 gold Rolexes at this event. It was just absolutely stunning. And I'd like to thank my good friends. He runs an Instagram account, Vintage Full Stop I. He's on Instagram. So go and have a look at him. Vintage Full Stop I. He's on Instagram. He very graciously saved the day for me because I drank a bit too much and didn't photograph much. I just I kind of passed out on the sofa. So we'll discuss that later. But let's for this period of time, let's go and have a look here. Amazing pieces: solid gold Submariner with nipple dial, vintage rivet bracelet, Dunhill cigarette lighter with clock in it. Everything. Cartier, look at this Cartier, one of my favorite all-time Cartier Tourneau watches. And the watches, there were even amazing watches not on the table. Look at this vintage 6263 Rolex Daytona. That's right. That's where I got the footage from. It was the Bangkok Watches and Whiskey event. That's right. That's where I got this footage from here. Whiskey and Watches. Bangkok Whiskey and Watches, Bangkok, 17th of May. And absolutely amazing event. If you're a vintage watch enthusiast like I am, this is the event to be. Unfortunately, it's invitation only, and it's a very select group, but I've taken the camera behind the scenes to capture this for the channel. I want to show you some amazing pieces, and this was all assembled in Bangkok, and I was very, very lucky to be invited there. So we're going to highlight some of the magic things. And vintage watches are certainly an acquired taste. But if you do stray into vintage, it's a huge collectible area. And as I said, I'm a little bit, with vintage makes me a little bit sad because I've sold so many wonderful vintage pieces I had at cheap prices. And it's very hard for me to go back into the vintage game. But, yeah, I've sort of tried to do it. I bought a couple vintage Omegas. I got a Flightmaster and a Speedmaster Mark II. So, you never know. There could be hope for good old Uncle Archie. There could be hope there. And it's vintage watches. It's a whole different ball game. It's about the patina. Sometimes more patina is better than less patina. It's just such an amazing event there. Let's have a look here. Here's some vintage Breitling GMTs, big size, beautiful straps on them. Look at this. Oh my God. Look at this Rolex. Look at this table here. My God, so many wonderful things. Vintage Breitlings. Look at this. A huge Cosmonauts. There's Navi timers. Amazing stuff. Let's just have a look here. Look at this. We've got some really amazing pieces here. Look at this. We've got the Speedmasters, Omega Speedmasters. Look at this here. This is absolutely, look at that chocolate dial. This is to die for. This is to die for. Chocolate dial. I mean, that in itself, what is that exactly? Well, that's a flaw that happened, and it's made the piece incredibly valuable. In the production process during a certain time, the dial, after years, it turned chocolatey, and these are worth an absolute mozza. And that's next to my Glenfarclas 40. That's the Scotch which kind of ended Archie's it ended the night for me, that's for sure. And have a look at here. We've got some very, very rare vintage Lindberghs. These are not reissue. These are the original deal. The real deal. Look at these very, very early aviation pieces here. This is when a watch was the difference between life and death. These were tools for aviators, for pioneers. And you don't see many of these in this condition. That is for sure. The owner of these has been invited by the Longines Museum to show some of his pieces. This is a world-class collection. And I don't know what you could possibly say here. It's absolutely incredible. This collection here is, I don't know what you'd say, first class, absolute first class collection here, that's for sure. And just take a look at some of these the pieces here, these Longines, a whole periphery of Longines. He's virtually got every piece in the series there. The Lindbergh, he's got all these pieces here. Basically progression from pocket watch to aviation instrument. And this is an amazing event that Archie was so lucky to be invited to. So lucky indeed. And here's a very special piece here. This is one of the 1940s Lindberghs. Now, this piece here was used by the Italians to fly to Japan to change the secret codes. This is the watch that was used in that journey to Japan because they had to change the code. So they flew an aircraft to Japan, and this is the watch they used to navigate. Very, very rare pieces at this event here. And also some not so rare pieces. Look at this Omega Speedmaster automatic. It all is welcome in vintage watches. One of my favorites for the night is this superb Miniver. Now, this is a brand which recently was acquired by Montblanc, who've actually used... this is how Montblanc has an in-house movement. They've taken over Miniver, and this here is one of the early pieces from the brand. And just take a look at this as a piece. Just absolutely amazing. And look at the patina on the dial here. This is what vintage watches is all about. It's the love, the passion. It's just superb. Another great piece. Look at this vintage Doxa. And, that's a very affordable sort of brand there. It doesn't get a lot of attention. But look at this piece. Teardrop lugs. Beautiful case, steel case. Look at the blue, the red, just the patina, the Arabic numerals. This is what vintage watches is all about. And this was a fantastic event. More Lindberghs, and here's a very rare Zenith Chronograph. Look at this. With one of the big Italian retailers on the dial there, double dial. Just absolutely superb. This is vintage watches at its best. I'm ArchieLuxury, reporting live from Bangkok. This is the Whiskey and Watches event. Tell me what you fuckers think of that. Nice one, Archie. Great vid.
We specialize in the repair of Rolex and Patek Philippe watches. We've been doing the same thing for more than 25 years. We have Rolex technicians certified by Rolex who actually used to work for the company for many years, like if we doing the work on the factory. We completely disassemble the watch and we put it to work like brand new condition. When you get a pre-owned watch, it's like if you're getting a brand new unit. The only difference is the money.